Hello, friends. Welcome to this weekly update for the campaign to elect me, Raymond Chandler III, to the United States Senate to replace John Fetterman in 2028. I live here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm a progressive Democrat running on the Working Families platform, and I am now 6 weeks into my campaign. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. You'll notice this video is much shorter. My last video was an experimental 23 minutes, and of course very few people watched it compared to my shorter videos, so I'm going to try to keep this one a lot quicker and just kind of hit the highlights of where we are and kind of what I'm doing. So this past week, I did not get to canvass as much as I was hoping. So I had been on such an upswing where I'd been doubling support each week. I was like, well, why not double it again this week? And of course, we had some kind of inclement weather, and it was difficult to find a day to canvass. And then suddenly Saturday came, and it was bright and sunny, and it was like every door I knocked on, nobody was home, because it's the first sunny day we really had in a week. And of course, it's now the start of spring. And of course, people want to be out and they want to be doing things. So of the people that were home, we got a great response. But that did tank the canvass response rate for this last week. So instead of getting the 50 new supporters, I was hoping we only got 10, which is still really good. And of those 10, I'm happy to say I kind of have a couple informal mentors, folks who I've met just canvassing, who have been really gracious in giving me their advice, including somebody who's run for federal office before. So I met a gentleman who has previously run for office here in Pennsylvania that apparently lives in my neighborhood, and we had a nice long chat about strategy. And long story short, his advice to me was I should start fundraising now, right? Like I need to raise money now, and I need to be as aggressive with gaining support and raising money as I possibly can be. And I agree, right? If we want to win, if we really want to replace John Fetterman, this has to grow rapidly. I have to raise money, and I have to be truly all in. And so that's going to be my focus this week. So what you may not know is so far, this is a feeler campaign, right? I'm trying to gauge, is there interest in my platform? Do people generally agree with me? Am I on the right track? Am I qualified? Do other folks think I'm qualified? And the answer to that, I feel, is yes. I think people have been very positive, very supportive. And so, I'm ready to make this thing official. So this week, I'm going to file the nonprofit articles of incorporation. I need to file with the Secretary of State here in Pennsylvania. I'm going to file the IRS forms I need to declare my nonprofit a nonprofit. And then we're going to go out and get a bank account. We're going to start raising money. And I'm going to be as aggressive with that as I possibly can. And then once we raise that $5,000, so we have to raise or spend $5,000 to actually qualify legally as a candidate. Once we hit that $5,000, immediately I'm filing those forms. So that's the plan this week. Make it official, make it legal, get into legal compliance as quickly as possible, and then aggressively fundraise. So I'm taking my new mentor's advice to heart. And if you are tuning in, just thank you for that advice. I deeply appreciate it. And I hope that we can check in again. And maybe there's, when I'm a little further on the path, you can give me a little bit more advice and I can learn from your experience. So this is the power and the value of community. This is the power and the value of us working together locally, is that we have amazing people in our community right here in Pittsburgh who are phenomenal. I also met a historian who talked about what I needed to do to learn about the interior of how the Senate works and political theory, and suggested some reading. And we got talking about some history, and that was also a really cool conversation. And so I think people are really passionate about the things that we need to change and the things that I am working towards. And And yeah, so that's this week's weekly update. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you so much for your support. It's time. It's time to make this as real as we can, and to go hard and go fast. So thank you all. I love you. God bless. To good spirit and good fortune. Take care.